Arun, sir.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Oh,
Sir, Arun, sir.
yeah, I can hear.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Uh,
Yeah, sir. I'll just make it. Congrats, sir.
Start பண்ணலாம் sir number.
Yeah. Well, shall I make it now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening to one and all. I welcome you all to the 82nd webinar being organized by our IEI Salem Local Center as part of its 30th anniversary celebrations, Engineering Talk, a weekly online lecture series. I would like to invite the chairman IEI Salem Local Center to welcome the guests and the gathering. Please, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, good evening, one and all present for today's webinar. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this 82nd special webinar of our flagship online lecture series, Engineers Talk, organized under the aegis of the Institution of Engineers India, Salem Local Center, as a part of our 30th anniversary celebrations. We are deeply honored to host this special session on the topic funding opportunities and proposals, writing techniques, an area of immense importance to academicians, researchers, and industrial professionals. And at the outset, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the management of Sona College of Technology, our constant pillar of support for encouraging and empowering our initiatives. I also sincerely thank the principal Dr. SRR Sidil Kumar sir, and the head of the department of information technology, Dr. J. Agnandeshwari ma'am, for their enthusiastic support and academic leadership that inspires continuous learning and contribution to the engineering community. Now it's my great honor to welcome today's distinguished chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. Lakshmikant Pandey sir, head of department of biotechnology at St. Alexis College Autonomous Jabalpur. Dr. Pandey sir is a well-respected academician and a researcher with vast experience in biotechnology and scientific proposal writing. Sir's insights into funding mechanisms and strategies for crafting successful proposals have benefited countless scholars and faculty across the nation. We are indeed privileged to have him to share his knowledge with us today. So thank you, sir. And also we welcome you, sir. I would like also wish to appreciate the consistent support of our IEI Honorary Secretary, Dr. C. Damani ma'am, engineers top team members, our IEI office staff engineer T. Tiago, our IEI committee members, IEI corporate members, engineers, faculty, students, and knowledge seekers who have been actively participating in all our weekly webinars. Actually, your continued presence and enthusiasm are what make this platform a success. Let us all make the best use of this opportunity to enhance our understanding of research funding and proposal strategies. I encourage all the participants to actively engage with today's session and share your thoughts during the discussion. Once again, a warm welcome to each one of you. Let this evening be a fruitful and inspiring one. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for welcoming the guests and the gathering. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the guest speaker of today, Dr. Lakshmikant Pandey, Head of the Department Biotechnology, St. Aloysius College, Autonomous, Jabalpur. Dr. Lakshmikant Pandey is a distinguished academician and researcher with extensive experience in the field of biotechnology. She currently serves as the head of the Department of Biotechnology at St. Aloysius College, Autonomous, Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. Under his leadership, The department has flourished in both academic excellence and research innovation. Dr. Pandey holds a PhD in biotechnology and has contributed significantly to research through numerous publications in reputed national and international journals. His areas of interest include microbial biotechnology, genetic engineering, and bioinformatics. An inspiring educator and an able administrator, Dr. Pandey is actively involved in curriculum development, research guidance, and organizing seminars and workshops to promote scientific temperament among students and scholars. With these words, I would like to invite you, sir, to take over the session on funding opportunities and proposal writing technique. Please, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for such a wonderful introduction of mine. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for making me the part of such a wonderful program. So I'm really deeply honored for making me, inviting me to deliver my lecture on the topic of funding opportunities and proposal writing techniques. So I'm just going to share my PPT. The screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
PPT you can see, now.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. So, so first of all, what I'm going to talk in this presentation. So this is the content of my presentation. The slide is moving or not? In your side, at your end,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving, sir.
it's moving. No? Okay. My presentation. Okay. Introduction, then key elements of research proposal. Identify the research questions, type of research question. Then we'll talk about the methodology for the research proposal writing. Then few modern apps for referencing. Then the funding opportunities in the field of science and the arts and commerce. Then list of some research agencies. So this is what I'm going to talk in my presentation. So first of all, what is research proposal? So research proposal, basically it is a structured document that outlines a proposed research project, and which mainly includes its goals, significance, methodology, and the expected outcomes of that particular research project. It serves basically as a you can say as a plan or the blueprint for the research, and it also explains why the research is needed and how it will be conducted. So not with the goals of convincing, mainly with the goals to convince the others here. The others are the funding agencies or the bodies where we are going to get the fund for that. So basically this is the research proposal which we are going to talk about in my presentation now. So what are the key elements of the key steps in writing a research proposals? So if you talk about the key steps in writing the research proposals, so first of all, we need to identify the research question, and and uh, and and basically it's clearly defines the problems or the questions you aim to address with the research. So this is the first step in writing a research proposal. Then you need to do the review of literature, because it's very important thing, and why it is important? Because we should know what are the research gaps present on that particular topic. Then only you can understand what we are going to deliver in the research projects. Then second is the third is the that develops the methodology, means how you are going to perform that research and how you are going to collect the data and all that things. It includes in the methodology. Then create a timeline and the budget for the research proposal. Then write and revise. So these are the key steps involved in writing the research proposal. It's not moving. Okay. So now these are the key elements of the research proposal. So as I said, the first is the research problem. So it is the introduction, means it basically provides the what kind of problem we are going to address in the proposed research program. Then second is the literature review. Yeah, it's very important thing, and because of that, we are able to find out the research gap. And basically, the research gap is an area which within the field of study where there is a lack of sufficient investigation, and it basically highlights the unanswered questions. So, a research gap is very important, and to understand the research gap of your proposed research, so the literature review is very important. So, for that, you need to study a lot. Lots of research paper you need to study, means whatever the work has been done so far in that particular research program, so that you need to understand, so that only you can understand the research gap for your problem. Then third is the methodology, which describes the methods you are going to use to collect the data and analyze those data. The timeline, you need to fix a timeline. Nowadays what happens, whatever the research proposal we are getting, so it has their own timeline, like 1 year project, 3 year project, 5 year projects. So according to that, we need to set up, means a quarterly progress of the research, then year half yearly, yearly. In that way you need to design a timeline in the proper way, so you can understand the progress of your research proposal. Then ethical condition, you need to understand what, if there are any ethical consideration, like if we talk about the science related research projects, so there is a animal experimentation. So it's basically deals with the ethical questions. So how you are going to use those animals in your research proposals. So ethical consideration is also the important part of the research proposals. Then budgets and then the references. So these are the key elements of the research proposal you should consider while writing the research problem. Now the next is the tips for writing a successful research proposals. So few things you should have in your mind, like the whatever you are writing should be writing in a very clear and the concise way. Means you need not to use the jargon. Jargon means the technical words. Try to avoid using writing the research proposals. So try to be very simple and the very clear and concise way you just write the research proposals, so it's easy to understand, means what are you talking about. So that's why the research proposal, it should be in a very easy language. Then second is it should be persuasive, means it should be convincing to the authority. So then only you can he or she can understand the importance of your research. It should be persuasive. Then meantime you should seek the feedback when you are writing something. It should be, you should take feedback from your colleagues, or from the peer members, or the person who is expert in that field. You should always take the feedback while writing and after writing. It's a very important thing, because lots of things which you cannot understand whether it is true or false, or it is right or wrong. So in that case, you need to take the feedback from your superior person. It's a very important part, and it's very important thing while writing the successful research proposal. Then the last and the very important thing is the proofread and the edit. It's give the it gives if there is any spelling error or the grammar error in your proposal, so it's give very negative impact on your proposals, and it doesn't look very good. So it's always advisable to give your research proposal to a person who is expert in the English, or in the English grammar. So it's very important thing, because if there any problem in a small mistake in English or the grammar, so it's a highly give a negative impact. So it should be avoided. So these are the few tips when you're writing the successful research projects or writing the research projects. So now the first and the very important thing while writing the research problem is the to identify the research questions. So once you once you able to choose a very good question, so there is a chance of getting fund for that problem. It's very easy for you. So while choosing the problem, you should be very careful and very time. You should give more time on when you are choosing any kind of problem. So how you can choose the research questions? So there are I have given you steps involved in that. The first thing is that you just first identify the broad topic, like choosing a subject area that genuinely means you can say that how you can choose a broad topic. So that broad topic can be chosen on the it's or you can call like what is your interest in the particular area. So on the basis of your interest you can choose the broad topic for your research proposal. Then gradually you should go to narrow down your research topic. So how you're going to narrow down the your research topic, it's totally depend upon your credentials. Means in which field you are expert. So on that basis you can narrow down your topic. Means in which field you are feeling yourself making your means having a comfortable you can say the comfortable zone, whatever the comfortable zone in the research broad research topic. So that can be your subtopic or the narrowing topic for the particular research proposals. The next is the exploring the existing literature. I said it's very important thing. Means whatever you are thinking that it's going to be a good research question. So before that you should have the thorough thorough, you can say like thorough investigations or the thorough studying material before choosing any kind of research questions for your research proposals. So that is very important thing. Means review literature is very important, most important part of the choosing any kind of research proposals. Then at last refine your research questions. Means based on your literature review, you can refine your initial questions into a more focused and specific queries. So you can say it is a two-way analysis. Means first you are choosing a topic, then you are doing the review literature on the basis of your credentials. Then again you are just same thing you are doing, like again you are like you can say asking a few questions again on the basis of your review literature, whether I'm going in the correct directions, or whatever questions I have chosen targeted is correct or not, it's demanding or not. On the basis of review literature you can identify those specific problems. So it's a two-way method to choose a good research question, and this is a very most important part of the research writing proposal. Now the characteristics of the strong research question. So there means whatever the questions you have chosen, it should have some characteristics, like as I mentioned a few of them over here. Like it should be open-ended and questionable, uncovering and revealing. It should be interesting and meaningful to you, not only you, for the society also. Focused in the researchable, feasible and the specific, complex and arguable. Means there should be some questions can be asked on that particular research topic. Means what I mean to say over here, I mean it should have some relevance with the current society or the current scenario of the society. So you can say that such kind of questions are very demanding, or yeah, the chance of getting fund for that questions is very easy for you. So it should have some when you are writing any questions or choosing any questions, it should have some characteristics. So on those basis you can say that you have chosen a very good research question. It's a very important part of research writing. Now, the next part is the type of research questions. So, broadly, you can classify in two categories the research questions. First is called the quantitative research question, and second is called the qualitative research question. So qualitative means a quantitative research question. Basically, it's to measure and test hypothesis, and it's identifying the pattern by using the numerical data such as numbers or the statistics or the percentage. So it's called the quantitative research question. Second is the qualitative research questions. So qualitative research question basically to explore the subjective experiences and understand the why means why why behind some phenomena by using non-numerical data such as the words, image, sounds, and the observation. So this is called the qualitative research question. So there are two types of research question. One is called the qualitative, and second is called the quantitative. Now, further in the quantitative research question, you can get different types of research questions like descriptive, comparative, and the relationship. So descriptive basically question aim to describe the characteristics, frequencies, or the trends within a population or phenomena. For example, if I can give an example, like one question is you can ask what percentage of customers prefer online shopping. So it could be one question on the descriptive, and like what is the average income of the household in the city. So these kind of questions comes under the descriptive questions, descriptive research questions. Second is the comparative research question. It's merely designed to explore the differences between two or the more groups or the conditions on one or more dependent variables. If I can give examples like what is the difference in the daily calorific intake of the Indian men and women. So it's a comparative question. So this kind of question can be asked. Second is the relationship questions. So these questions mainly explore the connections between two or the more variables. For example, if I can give example of the relationship quantitative research questions, so you can see like uh, is there a correlation between the social media uses and the mental health issues? So this kind of question can be comes under the relationship quantitative questions. So, so next is the types of qualitative research questions. So it can be further classified into four categories: contextual qualitative research questions, descriptive qualitative research questions, then evaluation and the explanatory. Mainly the contextual, it explains how phenomena exist within their specific environments. So, like if I can give an example, how do teachers perceives and experience the challenges of implementing a new curriculum in a particular school setting. So it's kind of question you can say it is a contextual and the qualitative research question. Similarly, there are different types of questions can be asked. One example I given here, like for the company X. So on the basis of their contextual, descriptive, evaluation, explanatory, so different type questions can you design for any research proposals. So it's maybe qualitative or the quantitative. Now, the next part is the methodology. It's also very important part. So methodology basically means it is the process encompasses the systematic and organized procedure a research follow to conduct their study. Key characteristics include being empirical, systematic, logical, analytical, critical, and replicable. It also involves objectivity, validity, and the reliability. So few important points for the methodology or the good methodology is this I mentioned it should be that is very important thing. So whatever method I'm going to use, it should be replicable. Means if something I'm doing in my lab or in my place, so whatever the SOP I have designed for that particular methods, like standard operating protocol, if somebody else is using the same method in their place, it should be replicable, or the whatever result I'm getting after following those steps for the methodology of that particular problem. So same answer should comes for the same answer should come for the other person who is doing same procedure in their place. So it should be replicable. Now, it should be methodological, means well-defined plan and procedures are followed. Means you should devise means standardize a SOP in such a way that it should be well-defined and well planned, replicable and objective validity. So these are some important points, important characteristics when you're designing the methodology for the research proposals, and it should be complete in the within given time period. That is a very important thing. So whatever I'm planning for completing my research for doing my research proposals, it should be complete in a within time period, and it should be validated by the research accurately and measure what is the intended to measure. So these are some important points when you are going for designing a methodology for the research proposals. Now, next part is the referencing modern apps, tools, and the benefit practices. So it's very important. It's very time consuming when you are going to do the referencing for the research proposal, not only for the research proposals, means for when you're going to write the PhD thesis or writing the dissertation thesis or project writing. So for that, referencing is very tedious job. So there are different kind of modern apps are available. So few I have mentioned over here. So that you can use for doing the citation, the referencing of your research proposal, mainly for writing the bibliography. So one is the Mendeley. It's very important, a very good referencing manager. You can use it. It's very easy to use Mendeley. And along with the Mendeley, you can also use the EndNote and the Zotero. So these are some important referencing model tools, apps are available. So by using these apps, you can do the referencing in a very easy manner, because it's a very time consuming and very tedious job. And it's not a very, you can say the specific job, but it's a very tedious job. So for that, you can use a different kind of modern referencing tools, and by using that, you can do the referencing very properly. So this is the part. This is the one means aspect of my presentation, means how you can write the research proposal. What the different type of research proposals. Now I'm coming to the next part of my presentation, that is called the what are the funding opportunities available in different fields of science, arts, and the it's called the commerce. So the first of all, I am discussing about the what are the research funding available in the field of that's called the science. So there are different agencies who are giving funding for the research for the research. So first I mentioned a DST STAR, Department of Science and Technology, SIR. So it also give very good funding for the science backgrounds. Then ICR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, they are also giving the fundings for the research. Then DRDO, Defense Research Development Organizations, they are also giving funding in the field of defense. It has life science, missile technology, and there are different kind of ventures are there in that they are giving the fundings. Then DBT Birag, they are the Department of Biotechnology, they are giving the fundings for the innovations and the technologies. Then there is a CSIR, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research Development. They uh, they are also giving lots of funding. Then the ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research. So these are some important government agencies, funding bodies. They are giving huge amount of money for doing the research in the field of in the field of science. And along with the means giving fundings for the it's called the uh, research proposals, they are also giving funding for attending the seminars and the conferences abroad. And along with this, they are also giving fundings for organizing the seminars and webinars and the conferences at your place. So these are some agencies that are giving fundings. Should I given the link for those uh, fundings? You can, if somebody wants, they can he can explore in detail information about different kind of funding agencies which I mentioned over there. I will share the PPT with the organizer, and they can share with the means participants. So you just click in the hypertext, you will get the detailed link about the what are the current funding available in these funding agencies. So these are some few examples, few important funding agencies in the field of life sciences. It means sciences, not only life sciences, sciences. So second is called the arts and the commerce. So you can see, so there are different funding agencies in the field of arts and commerce, like ICSSR. I can show you ICSSR. Okay, I think it's not opening. Let me check. Link is not working, I think. Okay. The screen is that homepage is visible of Indian Council of Social Science Research. Okay, as you can see here, is the screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Hello.
Sir, audible, sir.
Sir, audible, sir.
Audible, na? Can you see the screen which I have right now? I have shared with you.
Visible, sir, visible.
Visual. No? So this is the Indian Council of Social Science Research. So they are giving funding in the field of arts and the commerce. You can see here there is a ICSSR, NSTC, Taiwan joint call for research proposal 2025. Then Punya Shloka Devi Ahilya. So in this way, they are giving funding for the arts and commerce research proposals. Just a minute. Okay, so like ICSSR and the other is NHRC. Just a minute. Just a minute. There's some technical issue. Resolve it. Is the screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. So
Visible, sir.
yeah, like NHRC also giving in the field of history, then IKS, Indian Knowledge System, they are giving nowadays they are giving good funding for the doing the research in the field of Indian knowledge system. So it's not only for the arts and commerce, also for the science are there. ICHR and the ICPR. So there are different funding agencies. They are giving funds in the field of arts and commerce. I'm just showing some list of funding agencies for the research proposal, national as well as international. Let me open it. Yeah, you can see here. There's some problem in that. No problem. I will share the PPT with you. You can see means what I means attached with this link. You can find there the what are the different research agencies and what are the research program given by the national as well the international. So there are different agencies they are giving funding at the international level also. So these are some research proposals or the research funding agencies who are giving funding for research proposal in national as well as the international. So this is all from my side. If anyone have any questions, any query, they can ask question. And please share my PPT with the participants so that they can explore whatever the link I have mentioned in my presentation. So that will be good for them.
Is there any queries from participants, sir? Please. Okay. Seems there are no queries.
Sir,
Ma'am, are you available?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, is it
Yes, sir.
any tool able to check the grammar and other things for the proposal, sir? Is there any tool or um, online again support available to check the proposal, sir?
So like plagiarism.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there are different online tools are there. And a few of them are free, and many of them are chargeable. So one means tool is there in my library. If anyone interested to check their means flag report or get flag reports, so you are free to ask me. I will definitely I will help you. So one software is there in my lab, and it's chargeable, and minimal charges they are charging for it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, are you available for madam?
Yes, sir, available, sir. I am trapped.
Okay. Madam?
Whether audible, sir, I am.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Let me call you then. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to invite the Honorary Secretary, IEI Salem Local Center, ma'am, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Our most respected, our chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. Lakshmi Pandey, sir. Our most respected chairman, Dr. K. Tangaraj, sir. Respected members, council members, and other engineers. Good evening to all. It's indeed an honor and a privilege to deliver vote of thanks at the conclusion of today's special webinar. It is 82 special webinar under the aegis of ICC, our ongoing weekly online lecture series. The topic is funding opportunities and proposal writing techniques. It gives me immense pleasure and honor to thank our esteemed speaker, our chief guest, Dr. Lakshmikant Pandey, sir, Head of the Department, Biotechnology, St. Aloysius College, Jabalpur, for sharing his knowledge and expertise with us. Sir, your insights into identifying the funding avenues have provided invaluable knowledge for us. Thank you for spending your valuable time, sir. My sincere thanks to our beloved chairman, Dr. K. Tangaraj, sir. Because of star motivation only, we have conducted like this useful event in our IEA webinar series. Thank you so much, sir. I extend my sincere thanks to our engineers talk team series, Dr. R. Satish Kumar, Dr. A. Kumaravel, sir, Dr. K. Selvan, sir. So it's my privilege to thank Engineer N. Navarmugam, sir, for his valuable support and coordination for all the events. Thank you, sir. I record my sincere thanks to Tiago for his dedication. Thank you, Tiago. Thank you for all your active participation. Thank you once again. Sorry, I am in travel, so the other sound will be more. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.